Hi, everyone. This is Shantiom here. We have started out the meeting and you're all welcome. This is the webinar about make a committed decision. For you who doesn't know who I am Shantiom Mumtaz Mahal. I live in Sweden. And I am a student of Bob Proctor. Maybe you have seen Bob Proctor in the movie The Secret. And I've been working with this material since several years, 15 years back, actually. And I'm going to share with you a little webinar, a little information that is very mind-blowing, I think. And we're going to start out here. And this is about make a committed decision. And you know, my mentor and teacher, Bob Proctor, he's #1 in the personal development industry because he's been studying this material for over 59 years. And he knows so much. He's like a mind expert when it comes to the mind, the thinking mind, and he really knows a lot. I study his programs and I study what he's doing because I think it's very, very important that you get to know what he has studied and he shares it willingly with his students. I am a certified Proctor Gallagher consultant right now, and I want to say welcome to you guys. So when you make a decision, you flip your brain onto a different frequency. You begin to attract whatever it is on that frequency. So you make a decision about what is important, what you want to trade your life with. It's actually about that. So you just don't make any kind of decision. You give yourself time, sit down on a calm, peaceful place where you really can think, go into yourself and ask inward questions about what is the meaning of my life? What is the purpose of my life? What do I want to accomplish in my life? What is important in my life? Questions like that are very important. Here in this picture, you can see Bob Proctor. He's studying his book, Think and Grow Rich. And this is actually my copy of Think and Grow Rich. And this is the book. Bob Proctor has been studied for 59 years, every single day. There is actually a story about this where Bob, he has a sister, and his sister had a friend. And she asked Bob when she was visiting, what book are you studying? And he said, yeah, Think and Grow Rich. Oh, that's interesting, she said. And when she came back like 6 months later, she saw him read again. And she asked him, what are you studying? And he said, oh, well, Think and Grow Rich. Oh, again. But he's been studying this book every single day. It's very, very, very interesting book. It's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So this is a picture from one of Bob's seminars. Discipline, the ability to give yourself a command and follow it. So decision must be a committed decision. When you are committed to something and when you are emotionally involved with your idea, there's almost nothing that can stop you because you really, really want to go through to this idea. Then you become disciplined as well. You give yourself a command and follow it. It doesn't mean that you have to force yourself to do everything, but it means that you don't give up. So want is actually the only prerequisite for making a decision. So therefore, it is very important that you know what you want. You give yourself time somewhere. You can also take it more than one day. You can take it in several times. You sit down with yourself. This is a process where you actually find out what is your purpose, what is important for you to do in this life, where we all are growing in awareness and we are growing to something new, something that we've never done before. So you have to figure out what is important for you. What is it that you really want? And you see here on this picture, you can see the thought clouds are up here at the goal. When you make a decision and you want to go towards a goal, move towards a goal, you're not at that frequency immediately. You have to think that you are at that frequency, but you may not be there right away in your life. And there is a difference, a gap between the thought vibrations and your reality towards your goal. So what you can do is think and act like the person you want to become. So you make a picture of the person you want to become, and then you behave like that person. You get another self-awareness about what kind of person that is. That is your goal. That is also why Dr. Wernher von Braun told President Kennedy of the United States in the 60s, all he needed to make a decision to go to the moon was the will to do it. There you have to study the higher faculties of the mind and understand more about your higher faculties of your mind, and understand more of yourself, of your mind. The higher faculties of the mind is intuition, imagination, memory, reason, perception, and will. So when we get to understand these higher faculties of the mind and how to use them, we become different, and we understand more, and our awareness shifts up to our higher awareness and to our goal. We go through a process. It's a process we go through. So decide what you want, decide what you are prepared to give up to get it, set your mind to it, get on with the work. This is one of the shares that Bob had in one of his webinars, I think. And you see, it is so important to make that decision. Many people actually have difficulties to make a decision many times. What you really have to do and figure out is, what is my purpose? What is it that is important to me? So this is the book again. For 58 years, in 2019, it was 58 years that Bob had studied Think and Grow Rich. And I could strongly recommend you to buy this book. And if you want to study more about the chapter on decision, it's chapter 8. And you know what actually changed the course of the whole United States was 56 men who made a committed decision to change the course of America. They wanted something else. They wanted more freedom in their lives, and in the fellow people around them, they wanted to help them as well. So they really had an ideal that they wanted to make a committed decision to change their lives. This is what all of us can do. This is not just about these 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence in America. This is what all of us can do individually. And when we have made that individually towards ourselves and given ourselves more freedom and a higher awareness, and we put up a goal that is not only just any kind of goal, it has to be a fantasy goal. When we have a fantasy goal that we have no idea of how to accomplish, then things start to happen in our lives. So commit to actively work toward your dream on a daily basis. Make it a priority, says Bob Proctor. And you know what? If you cannot even move a finger or a toe to actively work towards your dream, you can at least work with your thoughts and become committed it can become emotionally involved in your dream. So for me, when I met Bob Proctor in 2005, I wanted to become a life success consultant. In 2011, I became a life success consultant. I had a process to go through before I could realize my dream, but my dream became true. I became a life success consultant and I loved it. I went to Florida in America in 2011 and studied with Bob for a week. And before then I had studied a lot. So I was so happy. And later that year, I went to one of Bob's very famous matrices together with my son, my 14-year-old son, Daniel. And we had such a great week together with Bob, learning more and more about what personal development and personal growth really is about. How we can transform into something, and it's something totally different, and to something that we really want. I think that's just beautiful. Our thoughts dictate what we attract. So that therefore is very, very important, what we really want, that we know what we want and we think of it on a daily basis. We actually have a goal card. We can write down what is important to us, what we really want, and repeat it every day. So remember, always remember this: you are a spiritual being. That's number one. You're a soul. You're a spiritual being. Number two, you have a marvelous mind. You are not a mind. So remember that everything you get inspired from is from your own soul. When you get inside and sits with yourself on in a peaceful place, at a peaceful environment, you get in contact with your own soul, and you have a marvelous mind, and that is what you use to develop towards your goal. You live in a physical body, and the body is merely an instrument. So you use your body to fulfill your dream and your desires and your goals here in the world, your worldly goals. So let's look at the mind and paradigms. Paradigms are multitude of habits, and your paradigm. So what kind of multitude of habits do we have? Well, let's look at the mind. We're thinking pictures, and this is a symbol of the mind. Let the bigger circle be a symbol of the mind, and the smaller circle be a symbol of the body. So then we divide the bigger circle, the mind, in two parts. We have the conscious thinking mind, and we have the subconscious emotional mind, and down here we have the body. This is the most valuable idea I have ever learned, says Bob Proctor, who is my mentor and teacher since way back. You know, this is so important, because when I ask you to think about your body, you look yourself in the mirror and you know exactly how your body looks like. Or if I ask you to look at your front door, you know exactly how it looks like, what color it has and what shape it has, if it's one door or two doors. And for example, if I ask you to look at your fridge, you can see the color of your fridge, and if it's left or right hand. So this is so important. We think in pictures, and we communicate in pictures actually too. So when we get a picture of our mind, we get a better understanding of how it works. With thinking pictures, everything that is happening in the baby's environment is going directly into the baby's subconscious mind. So when we are born, we have people around us, parents, family, we have media. Everything goes straight into the baby's subconscious mind, the emotional mind, and we become a product of our environment. right away when we are born. And everything that is happening in the baby's environment is going directly into the baby's subconscious mind. And that is forming our self-image right from the beginning. So when you look at this picture, a paradigm, a multitude of habits, you feed you with information when you are newborn. When parents, family, friends, school, media, TV, social media, and the environment. It goes into our thinking mind as a paradigm, and it goes down to our subconscious emotional mind as a paradigm, and it goes through the body and through into actions, and that is showing in our results. So most of our results are only depending on our multitude of habits, our paradigm. And then we think the same thoughts over and over again. We emotionalize them, and we get the same results over and over again if we don't change it. Let's say we get inspired and we get a new idea. Oh, I want to do something different with my life, and I get a new idea in my thoughts. And I think of that idea and I play with it. So, but still, I'm emotionally involved with my old paradigm. So it's still there in the subconscious thinking mind, and it goes into my body and through my actions, and I have the same results still. Although I play with this idea and I really want this new results because this, I get strong in my thoughts about it. But if I play enough long time with this new idea, I become emotionally involved with it. And you know what? I become in love with the new idea. Whether it's a relationship or a love relationship, or whether it's an idea that I wanted to fulfill, a business idea, or buy a new house, or whatever it is, buy a car, whatever it is you want, that you have as a goal in your life, you become eventually in love with that new idea. And it goes into our subconscious mind, and it replaces our old thinking, our old paradigm, and our body vibrates and our actions become new, and we get new results. So what happens is with our new thinking, we get new results, but we also start to think new thoughts. So we have changed this whole idea of paradigm. Our old paradigm is out with it, and we get something new in our lives. And that we can do in area after area in our lives, and change our thinking so that we can renew our lives to the goal that we might have of ourselves, and the purpose that we see that our life is important about. To move to a considerably higher frequency of thought, you must first consent and then adapt to the ideas and feelings that new frequency represents. At the suggestion of a move, your paradigm will instantly put up a royal battle, and it will continually fight you. You must take conscious control over the paradigm, remove and replace it, so that you do all the time. The moment you find an old paradigm that you don't want, you have to outwit it with a new paradigm. And the constant spaced repetition of ideas that are essentially opposite to the paradigm, there are only two known ways to change a paradigm. And that's number one, constant spaced repetition of ideas. Number two, become emotionally involved with the idea. Most people think they want more money than they really do, and they settle for a lot less than they could really earn. So make effective use of a paradigm power. Decide to turn your annual income into a monthly income, for example. It's a very good idea. The law of compensation clearly states the amount of money you earn will always be in exact ratio to one, the need for what you do, two, the ability to do it, and three, the difficulty there will be in replacing you. So when we set a goal, when you set up a goal, you cannot just go for the A type of goal. You know how to do it. That's not a goal. That's not a goal that you grow with. That's a goal. It's not a goal that you're growing in awareness with. And a B type of goal, you think you can do it. Well, you have done that before maybe, and it's not a goal. It's not a goal. So you'll have to stretch to a C type of goal. You don't know how, but you know you will do it. What you really want to do, that's the goal you go for. If you go for that kind of goal and you get inspired at a beautiful place and environment, and you know, this is my goal, this is it. This is the one to go for. So with a strong attitude and strong focus, you can create a good mindset. And most people think the same thoughts over and over again. What you want to do, you want to change the course of your life through different thoughts and different actions. Conscious thinking mind, subconscious thinking mind, through the body, and get new results. And by doing that, you use your higher faculties of the mind: intuition, imagination, memory, reason, perception, and will. Those are the higher faculties that are helping you alter the old paradigm into your new goal. So this is the symbol of the mind, and you see the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and the body. And if you look up here, you can choose your own thoughts. You can choose to accept or reject. And here you can originate ideas. But down here in the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind must accept. It cannot reject, cannot determine the difference between that which is real or what is imagined. So if you feed your subconscious mind with an old thinking that you have had since way back as a paradigm, you get the same results over and over. So ask yourself, where do you want to be 1 year from now? What is your intention? What is your goal? What is your ideal? Invest in yourself will not only improve your life, it will improve the lives of those around you. Remember that. You can also help the people, the family, the friends around you, because they know something is going on with you. And you can you help them with your new vibrations, but you can also help them in all kinds of ways, depending on your goals, what kind of goal you set for yourself. You are naturally goal-seeking oriented. What triggers you to want to do, have, and be more, and what stops you? Think of it. Think of it. When you really want something and you couple that with an understanding of the nature of your spiritual being and the laws that govern you, you will keep going regardless of what's happening. Nothing will stop you. This is from Bob Proctor. And you know what? All of Bob's programs that I am teaching and that he's teaching, they consist all this information. You get to know so much more about yourself, and it's so much value in it. And you know, I have a 24-week coaching program called Thinking into Results. It's Bob Proctor's Rolls program. He's really proud of it. He has created that program together with Sandy Gallagher, his business partner, and I simply love it. Thinking into Results, it's called. It's really good. I also teach other programs as well. And if you're stuck, please email me. You have the email. Hey, make a screenshot, email me. Right? Yes, I'm interested. I would like to have a personal guidance on a video meeting with you. You get it for free. So please don't hesitate. Write your name, first name, last name, and email and phone numbers so I can contact you. I would be delighted to help you out and see what we could do for you and know more about you. And please don't forget, go into my Facebook group, Shantiom's, it's a closed group, Shantiom's Abundance Group. And I'm going to post the link from the recording of this webinar there. So please don't hesitate there either. I'd love to, I would be delighted to meet you there. So next free webinar will be next Saturday. And it's about boost your confidence and feel better. How you can feel better, how you can develop yourself to a better feeling and boost your confidence. This is the next meeting and I really hope to meet you there. And this is the information as well. And thank you so much for today. I hope to see you soon. So we stop sharing here and I'm back here again. Do you have any questions? So please chat them here with me. If you have any kind of question, I'd be happy to answer them. Or you can contact me afterwards as well. I think I see a hand. Rocky. Do you want to say something, Rocky? Let's see. I'm going to unmute you. Yeah, I think I can hear you.
Yeah. Shantiji, today I have right now I have no question.
You have no question?
Hello.
Yeah?
Yeah, right now I have no questions.
Okay, I just saw your hand up. That's why.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, but we'll talk tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See you.
Okay, see you. Okay. Thank you. This is it for today. Thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, you too.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.